I think I need more light. Yeah. Over there. That's not one. Okay, I guess it's as good as it's going to get. Cute. Maybe if I shift it around towards the light. Welcome. Peace, love, and light, fam. Speaking of light, the light is not good in here right now. And you know that I am heavily melanated. So, excuse the lighting, you guys. Um, Trying to see if I can somehow make things a little lighter. I don't know. You guys tell me, is it like really dark? Can you guys hear me and see me? If so, put a number 9 in the chat. Welcome, Andrew. Welcome. Okay, so it's not too dark. Thank you. Indeed, I am. Melanin rich. Thank you. Okay, so if you guys can see me well, that's good. Yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys an update on how things are going thus far in Amexa. Amexa is Mexico, America, Mexico together. It's one of the ancient names. I mean, we had Amexa, Turtle Island, Amaruca. So when I use those phrases, I'm talking about, you know, Mexico, America, together before all of the separation. All right. So, as you guys know, we are in Mexico, and we were in the city part, and now we've come to a much warmer climate. And I just wanted to let you guys know what we've been through, since we've been traveling during this time. Uh, so it's a lot of muzzle madness. Okay, the in this is the NWO, and I just want you guys to know that um, the goal is to subjugate every part of this world. Okay, that's their goal. That's what they want. And the only thing that can stop them is you. Okay, and that's you being the resistance. Okay, so if you looked at Star Wars, they always talked about the resistance. Okay, so I'm not shocked. However, when I see it, when we're out and we're moving around and moving about, and we are without a muzzle, and everyone else around us is muzzled up, you really do get to see how small the resistance really is. Um, and I just wanted you guys to know, there's no difference here. We traveled through Merida. Just total complicity. Everyone is walking around with masks on, even when they're outside. They're not breathing prana, which is life force energy, which is what you all call air. You are not breathing air, you are breathing prana. which is life force energy. And every couple of hours, the sun brings in a new type of prana that is vital, okay, to your consciousness, okay, your awakening, vital to your health as an organic being. Um, and so when when people are muzzled up, they are depriving themselves of life force energy and essentially participating in their own demise. Okay. But yeah, it's happening here, just in case anybody wanted to know. It's in full effect. I'm not sure about the more rural areas, which we will travel into. But definitely in the city part, definitely in Merida and the other major parts, they are down with the whole mask thing. As it relates to the mark, I haven't heard much about that here, but seeing the level of complicity regarding having a muzzle, I mean, I don't see any resistance. I don't. Okay. I don't see any. We have been hassled. I wanted to let you guys know about our experience on Aero Mexico. Okay, so we traveled within Mexico and we used this airline for the very first time. Everything was fine. You know, we have our medical showing, documenting our medical disability that prohibits us from um, having a muzzle. And we were fine up until we got to the gate to actually board on the plane. And there was a little Karenita, who wanted to attempt to give my son and I an issue and would not allow us to get on the plane right away. Um, when I asked her name, she refused and covered up her badge. Wouldn't let me see it. I immediately called in the customer service line because prior to that, I try to be very proactive and I try to um, mitigate, foolishness because I know that so many are complicit with what's going on. And so I did call the airline prior to our departure the day before to let them know about our condition, about our documentation. And customer service said it's no problem. Just show them the notice and everything will be fine. This is what the supervisor said. So, of course, we entered in. People are like, you know, saying it in Spanish, and I'm translating to them why we're not, and um, it wasn't a big to do again until we got into the gate to board, and this little Karenita, it was like, well, no, she didn't even want to look at our documentation, um, and that shows me that she wants us to be oppressed like her. So since she has given in to the oppression, she wants us to also do the same. This is why she just refused to look at our documentation. It was like, no, I don't need to see it. Well, you going to see it. And so I demanded the manager. The manager came over finally after everybody pretty much boarded. I had customer service on the line, and it was so wonderful because the gentleman from customer service was like, it's always some little person like, making a big deal out of something and overstepping their bounds. And, he was like, I heard her, I heard everything, and it's recorded. And I heard her refuse to give you her name, and that's against our policy, by the way. But he stayed on the line with me. He was awesome. And the manager was telling her in Spanish, like, it's fine. Like, let her go. And so we were finally able to board. I can say with that airline, in case you were ever, you know, wanting to fly, or you need to be aware that they totally disrespect your luggage. Like, I bought brand new luggage for Josiah and I prior to our departure from Tanzania. And then I bought another set of brand new luggage here in Mexico. So the brand new luggage that I bought, and we got the plastic luggage. So that luggage that I purchased in Tanzania, they totally destroyed his brand new like luggage. They put a gaping hole in the bottom of his bag. The wheel had come off because where the gaping hole was where the wheel once was. So disrespectful, with the luggage. Obviously, they must have like just thrown it somewhere against something really hard and it just put a hole in it. So I had to go through the whole process of making a claim and just totally disrespected his luggage. So that was our experience on Aero Mexico airline. Now, once we landed, there was what do they call the boy Karens? Whatever they call the boy Karens. Okay, there was one when we landed, and he was hassling Josiah and I about the muzzle. Um, we were telling him we're exempt, we're exempt. He was just demanding, just kept pressing, didn't care. One thing I noticed here though is that they won't tell you if they don't understand English. They will pretend like they know some, and you're talking to them, but they really don't understand. And so once I realized that he didn't really understand, but he was still adamant, like, no, because he didn't want to see the paper, I went over to him and I translated in Spanish, what the paper was. And then I said, you can see it. And I laid it on the table, and then he was like scanning it with his translator, like so that he could translate it from English to Spanish. And he still wasn't happy with it, but I didn't care. You don't have to be happy with it. And then he went and told, the talking to the other staff, and then we went outside of the door. So when we went outside of the airport, I noticed that he was speaking with the police officer. And so we were still trying to get our ride to our hotel. And then the police officer comes over and he approaches us and he's saying, your mask, he's saying, muzzle, muzzle. And I'm telling him we're exempt. Um, and I said, listen, so essentially you're saying you want to try to kill me and my son, because essentially that's what you're saying. Like, you want us to die, like by putting this muzzle on. You're trying to restrict our breathing. And he was like, yes. I said, what? And then I realized that he didn't understand what I was saying. So then I went to the translator again and I translated it. And he was like, oh, I said, yeah. And so he was talking to me back and forth, and he was saying, he asked, was it okay with the airline? And I said, yes, it was okay, with the airline. And he said, is this specific to your country? I said, no, because it's a disability. So it wouldn't be specific to my country because it doesn't go away according to my environment. So he said, oh, okay. And in the end, he apologized to me. He apologized, but he approached me because the boy Karen, who was like a manager in the airport, went to him because he wanted to subjugate us to what he's been subjugated to. So there are already little minions out here, you guys, so many minions who are willing to do the work of the enemy gladly and willingly because they have subjugated themselves. And we need to be aware of the time that we're in. Like, I can see it so clearly, so clearly. It's a us against them kind of thing. I can see it so clearly. Um, and we're in that time. We are definitely in the shift. And just like I stated, like when we went to Frankfurt and we were accosted like over 20 times, 15 to 20 times. It probably was more, you guys, but it was at least 15 times. And when we got to the security check-in point and the officer came over yet again, after we were previously accosted probably a good 12, 13 times just to get to that point, the staff that was at the security part, I saw it. Like, this is how I saw it clearly. I was like I was in another realm, and they looked like little demons, and they were just like, take it, take it. I mean, they were literally all were just like trying to like force us, force this muzzle on us. And it's a time that we are in, and you definitely have to be strong, because if you are not strong, you're not going to make it. And of course, I'm talking about first here, you know, first here. If there's any breach here, you're not going to make it. You're just going to give in. You're going to give into the fear, or you're going to give in because you don't want to be the odd person out. You're going to give in because you're so tired of fighting, for your liberty, for your freedom, for your sovereignty, your right to breathe. You're going to give in. So be strong, stay strong, find your place in this world to get through this time the very best way that you can. Continue to do your work, but it's happening now, you guys. And I don't know how many of you all can see it, but it's so crystal clear to me. So crystal clear. So let me see who's here. Um, Arturo Alessandra, I don't know what you're writing, so I'm going to assume that you are a troll. So, your Maya bin Yisrael, yeah, Mel Karen. Oh, Kins. Okay, thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much. So it was a kin. Okay. Okay. They come in all shapes, colors, and sizes. Uh, I mean, it's a crazy time. And so I didn't want to let you guys know, what was going on here. I wanted to let you guys know, what's going on. And I just want you guys to really be aware, and like I said before, you definitely want to um, form your groups, form your mini communities. It's time to do that. It is really time. Form your mini communities that are self sufficient, with like minded and like hearted people, because we are definitely in the shift, and it's just going to continue to go full steam ahead. You are the resistance, those who are conscious, and know that you are just a small number. You are just a small number. Um, know that you are sovereign. Know that you are light and that you are energy. Okay. Know that no one has the right or authority, okay, to subjugate you, okay, to their evil plans, okay, against your life. They have no authority. So I want you guys to continue to be strong, because you are a small number, those who are conscious. You're a small number. Okay. This is why it says that 2/3 shall be cut off. That's the majority. And it's happening right now. It's happening right now. I can see it crystal clear. So support each other, those who are conscious, love each other divinely. Be the reflection of divine love, okay, towards one another. Protect one another. Protect one another. Create, be respectful of one another, but just be one. Be one and just be together. This is the time. This is the time. Be careful and be aware. Be careful and be aware. And it's only going to continue to progress until the shift is complete. So we're in the thick of it. We're in the thick of it. So other than that, like, where are you guys? Like, let me know who's in the chat, where you guys are from, how are things going where you are, what's going on. Let me know. Um, Jeremiah Ben Yisrael, peace and love. Prince, let me see. Let me see who's here. Prince Du Al, peace and love. Peace, love, and divine light and love, peace and love. So yeah, what's going on with you guys that are in the chat? Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, Memphis. What's going on in Memphis? Mjanja. Okay, welcome Toronto, Canada. All right, Canada in the house. What's going on where you guys are? Like, how are you guys feeling about what's going on right now? Are you guys, are you prepared? You know, are you fearful? Have you been doing your inner work? Like, what's going on? Okay, Prince Du L, Alabama. Okay, peace, peace and love. Welcome. Okay, Jeremiah, the U.S. is got worse with the pandemic. Oh my goodness, even worse. It's not surprising or shocking. So what's going on there? I saw, you know what, I saw the other day, like two dudes fighting. Okay, someone did actually a compilation of like these fights, like physical fights that were going on because establishments were like throwing people out that didn't have muzzles on, and they were fighting them, like physically putting their hands on these people just because they didn't have a muzzle on. People are really losing their minds, like right before your eyes. They really are. Like, as if you have the authority to do so. Like, as if you have the authority to tell somebody what they should do with their body in their temple. If you don't get your life, 3 new strands of COVID and people are dying by the numbers. Peace from Atlanta, Chantel McCullum. Peace and love. Peace and love. Wow, yeah, that's why it's important, Jeremiah. It's important, beautiful ones, to just to keep your vibrations high. You know, there's a great separation happening. But then there's so many divisive tactics that have been added on to the previous divisive tactics, and you mustn't fall for that either. Um, you have to keep your vibes high and keep yourself healthy. Know thyself. You have to protect your temple. Very important. Wow. Okay, so that's what's going on in the US, which is not surprising. So I saw someone say that they were from Canada. What's going on in Canada? what's going on there? Who was it? Mjanja. Oh, and Chantel, I reared my son in the A. We lived in the A for 8 years. 8 years. So I hope everything is well in the A. It has a special place in my heart. Yeah, we were in Cobb County and Paulding. So peace and love. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Like, this is just to give you guys an update on, how things are going here, in case anybody was wondering, what the vibes were here, what the energy is here. That's what it is. In the couple of places that I've been to thus far. Okay, and John just says it's bad. Lockdowns, can't travel since we aren't. Yeah, I suspect so. I suspected so. It's time, you guys. If you can't see it, it's time. Continue to do your work. I'm going to be coming with another message that's going to have some major light codes, but this sacred knowledge that I share, it's sacred for a reason, but it's occult for a reason. Um, it's hidden for a reason. It was never meant, for everyone, and that's why everybody doesn't get it. And so I don't know, because as I learn deeper secrets of really freeing yourself, from this matrix, I have to also make sure that um, I'm giving it to the people who really need to have it and should have it. So I have to figure out if I'm going to make it public or make it private. But I'll definitely be dropping some more light codes here soon. So that is an update about what's going on here. You guys stay safe, okay? Stay safe, keep your vibrations up, continue to go within. Continue to go within, spend time with yourself, meditate, go inside into the triple darkness, go into the ether, go into your power, okay? Raise your vibes so that you can make it through this. All right. Um, so until next time, you guys be good. I'm gonna check the chat one more time. Um, yes, peace and love. So you guys take care. All right, until next time, you guys be good. All right.